the new home of Mini Trucker Colt. There's Gigi. But you can do more recording, more working on projects. Here's the new shop. Look at 8-foot banners look tiny in here. Can stay warm. So yeah, don't expect to see anything anytime soon, but we're working on it. I'm gonna enclose this area here, make it part of the shop. All right, long time no see. It's been a while since we did a YouTube video. It was on that Isuzu right back there that I got back on my birthday. I've been looking for it for years, so go check that video out. Still can't believe that that's in my possession again. And if you notice, the last time you saw it, it was sitting outside. And that was at another house. Since then, we bought a house. We moved 90 miles from where we were. So we were just living just outside of Seattle. Now we are out by the coast. We live in Aberdeen. If that sounds familiar, that's where Kurt Cobain's from. But anyway, enough about that. Thought the first video here should be, a shop tour, because up until now, I've only ever had 2-car garages. And, that's kind of hard. I can't get a lot done in a 2-car garage. Most of my stuff is built outside because there wasn't enough room in the shop for me to actually work on it. So I would work under one of those portable carports, and that's not fun. But now, it's not the biggest shop in the world, but it's a hell of a lot bigger than anything I've ever had. It's like 1,200 square feet, so that's like a 30 by 40, but it also has a large carport, RV height, and the previous owner left a door, so an RV door, so I do plan on enclosing that, and that'll bring it to around 1,800 square feet, and not too shabby. So I still work in the Seattle area, but the housing market around here is absolutely awful. So for a house like what we found down here, it would have cost double. So I have a commute that kind of sucks, but we absolutely love our new location. We got decent sized property. We live in town, which I haven't done that in a long time. So a lot of things are within walking distance. But yeah, thought we'd start, kind of show you around the shop. Nothing is really set up all that well right now. Like the tools, I call the tool island, just kind of in the middle of the shop. Nothing is placed for optimal usage, but we kind of took the summer off to do things like yard, like I'm putting in a pond. We did a fire pit, stuff like that, being homeowners. So shop stuff, mini truck stuff kind of got put to the side. If you listen to the podcast, you'll notice we took a few weeks off, haven't done a YouTube in a while, but I do have a lot of fun stuff in here. I recently did a TikTok, kind of going around the shop real quick, and it got almost 14,000 views. So I figure maybe people would like to see a more in-depth look. So here it is. Here's the Mini Trucker Colt shop. This area back here, can't really go in there. It is not YouTube friendly. It'll probably hurt the kids. And, I know Glenn Brown would say F them kids, but, if we say F them kids, then we'll get our video taken down. So, anyway, I'm going to flip it around. So, Over there is the meant to be 2200. Done a couple videos on that one. Its status is, well, I did put the new wheels on it. If you recall, it had the KMCs on it, the old school KMCs. It has a billet grill on it now. So little things getting done to it. So the TikTok got a lot of questions about the bikes and what they are, and I don't think I'll go into too much detail on those in this video, because those are kind of like a separate thing, because this is just mainly a shop video. Although this bike right here, I bought just before I got my learner's permit in 1987. So that bike is all original, and I think that's probably my favorite one. You know, I'll do a quick look. Got a Hutch, a Predator, Mongoose, and 84 Diamondback that's all done up. Mini Trucker Colt. Got a Hutch there. I was a huge Hutch fan in the early 80s. I just thought they were the coolest bike around. There's an 80 Mongoose, but it's all done in modern parts. It's only got the original frame and fork. The Robinson, a couple of Hutches there, both wind stylers. That one there is done in a General Lee theme, but it still has, it's got the Hutch chainring on there still. So does that one over there. So those are desirable. Got a GT there, another Hutch with the red tires. Yeah, there's more along this side. Like I said, I'll do maybe a separate video on those. Here's more like some cheaper bikes here. Got a Coca-Cola bike up there. So here's Tool Island. This is my two bender with the swag deal for the air shock deal there. I might have seen this on Instagram, beefing up a cheap bead roller. I've got it set up to a drill that goes to a pedal, so you know. Got a press there, and I've got it's got the swag finger brake set up on it. That's pretty cool. Bends some pretty thick metal. I like that deal. This is the main workhorse welder. You know, they're a lot smaller now. I got this welder like 20 years ago maybe. But I love the damn thing. Here is my TIG welder. I'm not a good TIG welder. I need more practice with it, and we'll get there someday. And then I'm lazy, so I do have a smaller miller for just sheet metal. That way I don't have to switch wires over between the two, just out of laziness. Got a Cobalt 60-gallon compressor, you know, just enough to get the job done. Let's see, any more tool tying? Oh, Harbor Freight brake. A couple smaller compressors. My Hypertherm plasma cutter. And got the couple of the stamped Mazda tailgates. I got a couple more hiding around the area. What else we got in here? We got the 720. Never have really shown too much of this guy. This is one that I want to go all out on with graphics and stuff like that. It's got a tilt bed and, some cool framework out back, but I don't think that's visible. No, that would have some bikes in there, horse skippies, old dash, stuff like that. Got a couple bubble hoods for Mazdas over there. Yeah, just not organized. Yeah, got a couple Mazda dashes up there, totes of Mazda, mostly Mazda parts. Of course, got to have a fridge, but it's sadly stocked. I've got the old mini truck and poster there. Yeah, some tea, some Coke. Yeah, if I'm lucky, I might have a ding dong in here. Nope, no more ding dongs. But you gotta have Otter Pops. Green is the best, for sure. That's off of an old famous Mazda. I think most of you know what it's off of. I got the drill press. That's my grandpa's old drill press. Used to use that a lot when I was a kid, working on projects with him. So that was really cool to get after he passed. It was one of the things I really wanted. I have ended up getting some more tools from his old shop, and it's always cool to be able to use some of his old stuff, because a lot of it we used when I started this guy right here. My grandpa was still alive started working on this thing in 90, and he thought it was so cool when I got the hydros on it. He was just thrilled. It was pretty cool. I remember sitting on the couch next to his chair, had a TV tray there with a little wire schematic, and I was wiring up the switch panel for it. And I remember the first time I went out into the barn and hit the switch on it, he was like, the smile on his face, It was pretty cool. Back there in the corner, you got a English wheel there, obviously a cheap Harbor Freight one. This Harbor Freight saw, man, I have just put it through hell, and I don't hate Harbor Freight. A lot of the stuff, that I don't use often, or things like, if you get a good bandsaw like that, they're expensive. And I've been surprised how much use I've gotten out of that thing. It takes a minute. What I like about it, I set the cut, walk away, go do something else, and it just cuts itself. That case over there has like all my paint guns and stuff, some of them anyway. Let's see, over here, a lot of air ride parts waiting to go on some of the projects that are outside, and also old BMX stuff. Got a couple bikes still to build. I've kind of out of the BMX thing these days because it's too goddamn expensive for me now. Got the toolboxes out back here. This is kind of the corner of hydraulic parts and just crap from trucks. Like I said, a lot of organizing needs to be done. This is all the bench top stuff, which is not really set up all that great, but it's here. Kind of organized with my clamps and stuff, so that's good. I got the typical garage art that everybody from their 30s to their 90s has up in their garage. That has nothing to do with mini trucks, but I think we're supposed to have it. Got the this is kind of the air ride cupboard and some cheap air tools, shit like that. This one got the spray paints, some bodywork stuff. I think there's grommets in there. That's for another cheap ass thing. If you've ever bought a banner from us, I do the grommets because I don't want to pay them to do it. So usually the night before a show, I'm beating those into the into the banners. This is the original grill that was on this truck that I had kept all these years, hoping that someday, you know, they would be in the same vicinity. Obviously, that was not going back on because it has the chrome one. And this will be the first truck in this shop that will get worked on. It miraculously came back to me, so I think that it needs to be the one that I work on right away. I'm not going to do like too crazy with it. There was an incident, not really an incident, but when we brought it down here, it did not want to get off the trailer because the front pump decided to stop working. The motor. Tried everything, even direct power to it. My theory is it did sit for quite a while. I think there's probably a lot of rust inside the motor, and I think the brushes probably aren't making contact, so I think it's just a matter of cleaning it. I'm hoping. That's what I'm sticking with. All right, so I guess the only truck I haven't talked about in here is this guy, poor Skippy. I think everybody knows poor Skippy. It's been talked about playing on the podcast, and yeah, it made the trip down here. I decided to drive this one all the way from our old house to here. Like I said, 90 miles. It was almost 100 that day, and yeah, I think that's its last long trip. I might cruise it around town and it shows, but yeah, I don't think I'll be driving it that far anymore. I got a trailer, might as well use it. Yeah, I think that's about it for in here. Got a couple more bikes down here. Badass lawnmowers, of course. Scooter, a couple more bikes. Yeah, in there, you know, if you follow on Instagram, you've seen a little bit of the pink room. It has a lot to do with where I work. And, you know, if you want the story, you know, go check it out on Instagram or whatnot. Yeah, more. I used to love that. I mean, I guess I still do, but that was a box that I had on my cart at work in the early 90s. But yeah, yeah, I got a lot of shit to clean up around here. But yeah, you know, just enough room to, you know, make a mess. So I guess we could take a quick peek outside. You know, got some more of the trucks. Got the Mazda's work truck, the Suburban, and it's starting to rain. Got that guy on the trailer, and then this right here, it's got the old KMCs on it, and that is going to be the barbecue. It's already got no motor in it. It's ready to go. Gonna lower it, and yeah, that'll be fun. But there you have it. Kind of a quick tour of the shop. Here's the. It's a pretty good sized carport right up against the shop, so we'll close that one day. But yeah, that's about it. There it is. The Mini Trucker Cult compound. Thanks for watching.